not like everybody kicks their leg up to here, and it's just that we auditioned 30 girls the first time, and we took all of them, you know. And now we just find girls that we think would really benefit from this experience. And what I love most about the camp is that we really encourage them to write a lot. They journal, they do poetry, they choreograph their own things, they write songs, and then we make this recital at the end that's sort of based on all of their own work. And the day they come back to meet their parents with all their bags and stuff is usually at a theater uptown, and they perform this concert for their parents, and their parents see them in a way that they've never seen them before. And the girls have such an ownership and a pride over this beautiful production that they've put together. And so I'm really proud of it.
As well you should be. Is there a follow-up in the program? Like, do you keep in touch with the girls who've been through the program?
That's our thing, is that's why we're always trying to raise money, because not only does it cost money to send each girl to camp, but then when you get to know them and love them, fall in love with them, and see, Erica never swam before in her life, and she loves to swim. You want to get her swimming lessons all year round, or you know, Julissa rode a bike for the first time, and like buy her a bike. You know, all this like and reunions, and they go to museums, and you guys gave them tickets to Wicked, and so we try, because you don't. It's like having a great on a film set or a show. You know, once it's done, it's this, you crash. You know. You've had that feeling,
sure,
right? And
sure,
you miss everybody so much.
Like
imagine,
a family going away.
And imagine these girls who don't have the best family situation to have this beautiful high and then just go right back into reality. So it was always important to me to make sure that there were things that they could keep looking forward to throughout the year. So that's part of the next initiative has been how can we do year-round stuff and keep the money flowing to do that.
It's quite something. Well, Idina Menzel, the star of stage and screen, television, and concerts, but seriously, you're an inspiration to so many people for many reasons. Your talent, many of the characters you play tend to be outsiders, so there's something to say and inspire. I know firsthand, I've had the opportunity to watch you work and grow and learn, and I think what's inspired me the most is, and you sort of said it earlier, you touched upon it, is your ability to hold on to what is unique about yourself and not compromise that, even as you're creating characters, etc. And that's inspiring to work and to watch. You've brought so much joy to so many of us, to many people around the world with your characters, your music, your spontaneity. So there are many people who are interested in storytelling, that are interested in performing or in writing or in acting, and it's part of what the film festival here is all about, a celebration of storytelling. And with what you know, with what you've learned, with what you carry with you, are there things that you wished you knew when you were younger that you know now? Or are there things you would say to young folks who are still aspiring for their own creative journeys in the future?
Yeah. Well, I think so often when we're younger, we want to fit in. It's what we don't want to stick out. We stick out, somebody might make fun of us. And the point is that the people that seem to really change the world or make the most powerful impression are the ones that have something a little different about them. And so there's something about emulating the people, learning, emulating, soaking it all in, and then letting what's original about yourself kind of come from that. So you can do both. You can, people always say to me like, I want to be just like you. And I'm like, well, you can listen to me or other people, and take it in and practice and copy, but then you have to leave all that and let that thing that's yourself, because who wants another person that's already out there? It's the people that are different that are interesting, and you have to be that person that gets up to the cliff, and we're all afraid to jump, but you have to be that person that pushes it anyway and takes that risk.
Well, thank you for defying gravity and being the unique artist and person that you are, really.
Thank you, Mark.
Wonderful stuff. I think we have some time for some questions.
Oh.
If we could bring up the lights. And, yes, back there? Yes, sir? Yes, please. Ma'am, sorry.
If then?
Yes.
We didn't
I don't
film
think
it.
so, no, we didn't. But it's on tour now, so we can show you a schedule and you can fly and see it.
We can come to your house and do a few things.
Yeah, good. Yes, please.
What are your thoughts on traditional versus non-traditional casting? There's controversy with Hamilton that perhaps white actors should not apply for the roles because they wanted ethnic performers. And I just want to know, what are your thoughts? Do you believe, for example, you could play a Cuban diva?
First of all, I cannot roll my R's. It's a genetic thing. I'm one of those people, and I found it is a genetic thing. It's not like these people go, no, come on, I'll teach you to roll your R's. So I'll never be able to play a really great Latin woman, unless they dub it in. But no, yeah, that's a hard question. I think if you're a great actress and you can, and we can believe it, and there's a balance. What do you think, Mark?
That's a very tough question.
Right?
It's tough because you don't want to deny anyone who can act, and should be able to, and yet we live in a world that's thankfully very diverse, and we want the stories we tell to reflect that diversity, and so it's really finding a balance of how that's accomplished is really the best answer for it. Yes.
Idina, thank you. It is a privilege and an honor to be here. You talked about finding your voice. Who or what has really helped you find your voice?
Who or what has really helped me find my voice? I have no idea. Well, I've listened, the women that I've listened to that I admire are Barbara Streisand, Annie Lennox, Aretha Franklin, Chaka Khan, all for different, Joni Mitchell. So some are for the songwriting and the lyrics, and some are because like Chaka Khan knows how to belt and it sounds effortless, so I tried to copy that for years just so I could understand what that does in my body, that kind of thing. To find my voice is like my style, and I don't know. That's when it's hard to put a finger on that. I know that, my mom keeps coming to my mind as far as someone that just pushed me to be myself and not give up on myself. But I have a hard time putting words to that. Sorry.
Thank you.
Go back there, yes, sir.
Idina, thanks for the wonderful talk. You're so honest. It's amazing. So as a New York-based successful artist, what's your message to other New York-based artists who want to make it? Everybody keeps saying go to LA, and I love New York. So what's your message? And a second quick question would be, as a mother and a storyteller, what's your son's favorite story that you tell?
Oh.
Okay, so the first one, this is why I know the president, he can like field 5 parts of a question and
Right.
remember them all. I'm not gonna remember, but you remind me. So the first one was New York, LA, that whole thing, right? I think just study, find great teachers that you love, whether they're here or they're there, and where you feel at home. There's plenty of people that have been in New York and audition, they had on tape, and they get a job in LA. Don't let people tell you, I think cream rises and hard work really, it doesn't matter. So if you're happy here and you have support here, you can do theater here, and everybody in LA really respects us people here that do theater, they really do. Or be there, and just keep working hard and try to surround yourself with people that believe in you. So that it doesn't matter. And my son, he likes the story of how he was born. He likes to hear stories. He likes to hear stories of mommy when she was bullied by this girl named Sarah, who put gum under my car handle door when I got a car when I was 17, and why did she do that? He likes to hear like real stories about me and how I like overcame.
Funny. how about over here somewhere? Yes, back there. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Hi. I started my own thank you. Yes? Better? Okay, thank you. I started an intergenerational group that pairs senior citizens with people mostly in their 20s and 30s.
Wow.
We go out and do stuff. A lot of my my senior citizens are singers and actors, and a lot of them are encountering a problem where now that they're in their 70s or 80s and still working and very talented, they're only getting auditions for roles as a grandma or in like a menopause medicine commercial. I feel like that's changing a little bit, but not quick enough to accommodate these wonderful people I care so much about. So I'm wondering if you have any advice for these people.
Oh God, they'd be the one that would give us advice, right? And I know that like working with Joel Gray or Carol Shelley, they're forces of nature, and they probably had more of a life in the theater. Well, that's not true. Theater, film. I mean.
Yeah, I think age is a challenge because again, the stories we tell the people tend to be reflective of the world. The population's getting older, but I would say if they can get work, God bless them, that's great. But it's, in Hollywood, it's a cliche, but it's true that for women in particular, it's harder to find great roles when you reach a certain point in time. That's something that we're always sort of trying to fight and
But in
argue
theater,
against.
Two composers will write an awesome show for an older woman.
Okay, you're not older yet, but yes.
But no, I mean, even when I'm saying I'm not worried, because in theater, there's always a
Yes.
great story about, there's Mama Rose.
That's right. There you go. Mama Rose in the future. You heard it here. How many people would come see that?
I
Well,
know.
I will. What else we got out here? Yes. Yes, please.
How do you deal with rejection?
Rejection? Not well. Usually doesn't last that long, I go into a little, feel sorry for myself. and then you get over it, you move on, I think it's about like acknowledging it sucks. I wish I got that. I'm not good enough, like acknowledge all that stuff and then go be around people that you love, and live your life. And then time heals everything, right? The next day something else comes up and you also realize, having been on the other side when we auditioned some people in Wicked and I had the role, it's really helpful to be on the other side of the table because you see some incredibly talented people come in that will be stars in their own right, but they're just not perfectly right for something. And you see it and you go like, now I know. Sometimes I can be amazing. I'm just not right for that role. So that helped me a lot.
Very good. I think we have time for like 2 more questions here. So let's go on this side and then we'll go on the other side. Yes.
I like your t-shirt. She's wearing a camp t-shirt for my camp.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
Idina, I just want to thank you because your music and listening to you and seeing you live has pretty much saved my life, just inspiring me. But my question is, when is your next album going to come out?
I think soon. I think I'm getting there. I don't know. Don't hold me to it, but maybe I think in the fall.
And our last question. Yes, we'll come right over here.
Right here.
Yes, please.
Hi.
Hi.
This is that moment when you were like on the bench with Marvin. That's my moment right here. So I've been doing theater for years, and I really admire you. I've gotten to play Maureen, and this is just crazy right now. But my question for you is, do you ever kind of try and get into community theater and see your roles being performed, and how do you? I'm shaking. What's it like for you to know that so many people like us admire you and just want to fill your shoes and do what you do? And how is it when you see that? Do you feel nervous? Does it make you nervous? Are you happy? Do you wish
Yeah,
it would stop? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've been wanting to do this ever since I was a little girl, like you said in the beginning, and going to New York City and see shows. And I was on the way to see his son's